So I've been seeing like on Twitter, a lot of people are talking about like doing away with the word pretendian, and I'm kind of on the fence with that. I like it that it's our term that we can use it, but at the same time, like I think that's something that's going to end up being appropriated too. Like white people are going to say pretendians because they get to see Indians in a derogatory way.
Yeah.
Really, that kind of sort of does play into why natives would have imposter syndrome because there are fake natives. There are imposters that are claiming to be native but aren't.
And they play the part to such a ridiculous extent that it's like saying, if you open your mouth and a hawk doesn't fly out and wolves don't lay down at your feet, are you even native? And that creates this singular ideal of nativeness that's not based on any real culture or individual. And it's frustrating. So I get the whole imposter syndrome thing and how it must be for people who grew up away from their cultures without any elders in their lives and who never even visited their family's res or heard their language. I especially feel for those reconnecting because their parents or grandparents felt they had to distance themselves from their cultures for safety or to escape poverty or both, and that couldn't have been an easy decision to make. So to see fake natives step into that role that reconnecting natives don't feel entitled to, even though they are, has to be so painful. And I think about people reconnecting to their language and like I'm very, very aware of how lucky I am that I can't even remember a time before I could speak my language. And that's a privilege that not enough natives of my generation share. And I can see how that experience must play into imposter syndrome, even though it was local, state, and federal law that prevented them from accessing their language, not choice. My grandparents chose to trust a toddler to keep this huge secret because they had some insulation. I could learn our language in secret at a time when most couldn't, when most didn't have that insulation.
I mean, a lot of people when they think about us, like one of the first insults that I tend to get is being savage. I'm like, this is 2021. Like,
Yeah. Do you live in a teepee? I remember it being like 2002, and I'd be this kid in like Yahoo chat rooms. I don't know why I was in those things. We were just kids messing around. And I would tell people that I was native. And at that age, I didn't know, like I'm a pretty sheltered res kid. So I didn't have that much experience with non-natives, off the res yet. So I didn't know that I would be met with surprise when I would say that I was native. And this one person asked me, like, I thought you guys lived in teepees. So I told them I do, and then I plug my computer into the fire. That's how I power it.